All right, so question number 4 here on our practice test is very similar to question number 3. And so for a quick review of what it actually means for a line to rise from left to right and fall from left to right, or what is a horizontal and vertical line, what do those look like in relation to having slopes, go ahead and take a look at question number 3 from this video series, and I go through a little bit of a quick review of what those lines actually mean and what this falling refers to. But let's go ahead and jump right in. And again, they give us 2 points. So they give us 6, -8, and 6, 7. And as we did before, let's go ahead and label each of these. So we have our x1, and we have our y1, and we have our x2, and we have our y2. And we're going to go ahead and plug that information into our slope formula. So m, which stands for slope. So m equals, well, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's go ahead and take this information and plug it into our slope form and see what kind of a slope we end up with. So y2 minus y1, well, we have 7 minus -8 over, now 6 minus 6. And so what we have here is, again, when we distribute this negative, this really becomes a plus. So we end up with 7 plus 8 over 6 minus 6. And so 7 plus 8, well, that gives us 15 over 6 minus 6 is 0. And here we understand that whenever we have a 0 in the denominator, we have an undefined function, or in this case, our slope is going to be undefined, right? It's okay to have a 0 in our numerator. When there's a 0 in the numerator, that means that the fraction reduces to 0. But when we have a 0 in the denominator, that means this fraction is undefined. And so our slope in this case is also going to be undefined. D-E-F-I-N-E-D. Okay, good. And if you will recall from question 3, when we actually went over what undefined and horizontal, or rather undefined and vertical lines and zero slopes and horizontal lines, then you will know that an undefined slope indicates that this line is vertical. And so answering this question now, we will go ahead and say our slope, m, is undefined, and this is actually a vertical line, so vertical. And there you have it, the 2 bits of information that we needed to answer question 4. All right, I will see you at question number 5. We're cruising right along.